Good afternoon, everyone. It is now 3 p.m. The requisite quorum being present, I declare the meeting open. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I welcome you all to the 30th Annual General Meeting of ICICI Bank Limited. In compliance with the applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013, read with rules made thereunder, and general circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, this AGM is being held through video conferencing, other audiovisual means. The bank has taken all the feasible efforts to enable the members to participate in video conferencing, other audiovisual means, and vote on the items of business to be transacted at the AGM. I am participating in this AGM from bank's office in New Delhi. I am an independent director on the board of the bank and also chairman of the bank. At the outset, on behalf of the board, I take this opportunity to place on appreciation and deep gratitude for the immense contribution made by Mr. Girish Chandra Chaturvedi Bank 2024. Leadership, milestones, and insight. And will be retiring as independent directors 2024. I, along with my fellow board members, place on record our deep appreciation for the contributions made, guidance provided by them. I now introduce Mr. S. Madhavan, who is attending the AGM along with me from the Delhi office. Mr. Madhavan is an independent director of the bank and chairman of the risk committee. Now I request other independent directors on the board of the bank to please introduce themselves. I will start with Mr. Hari Mundra.
Thank you, Chairman. Hello, everybody, and good afternoon. I am Hari Mundra, one of the independent directors of the bank and the chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee. I am participating in this AGM from my residence in Mumbai. Thank you and all the best.
Good afternoon to all. I am Radhakrishnan Nair, Independent Director of the bank and Chairman of the Fraud Monitoring Committee. I am participating in this meeting from Bengaluru. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nair. Mr. Uday Chitale.
Of the audit committee.
I think there is some connectivity issues with Mr. Chitale. He's in Melbourne, Australia. Mr. Uday Chitale is an independent director of the bank and chairman of the audit committee. He's participating from Melbourne. Thank you, Mr. Chitale. Ms. Vibha.
Namaste, everyone. I am Vibha Paul Rishi. I am an independent director of the bank and I chair the Customer Service Committee. I'm participating from Gurgaon. Thank you very much.
Mr. Rohit Bhasin.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Bhasin, an independent director of the bank, and I'm participating in this AGM from my residence in New Delhi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bhasin. Mr. Sandeep Bakshi, Managing Director and CEO of the bank, is joining us from Mumbai. May I request Mr. Bakshi to introduce himself and others who are present with him in Mumbai.
Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon to all of you. I am Sandeep Bakshi. I welcome you all to the 30th Annual General Meeting of the Bank. I am attending this AGM from the corporate office of the bank situated in Bandra Kurla Complex, Mumbai. I will now introduce to you members of the board and key managerial personnel present with me. To my right is Mr. B. Shriram, Independent Director of the bank and Chairman of the Information Technology Strategy Committee. To his right is Ms. Neelam Dhawan, Independent Director of the bank and Chairperson of the Board Governance, Remuneration and Nomination Committee. To her right is Mr. Rakesh Jha, Executive Director of the bank. Seated next to Mr. Jha is Mr. Ajay Kumar Gupta, Executive Director of the bank. To my left is Mr. Sandeep Batra, Executive Director of the bank. Seated next to Mr. Batra is Mr. Anandya Banerjee, Group Chief Financial Officer of the bank. Seated to his left is Ms. Prachiti Lalinkar, Company Secretary of the bank. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandeep. Present at this 30th Annual General Meeting. The authorized representative of Messrs. MSKA and Associates, Chartered Accountants, and Messrs. KKC and Associates LLP, Messrs. Khimji Converji and Company Limited, Joint Statutory Auditor and Company Secretaries, Secretarial Auditor of the bank are attending this AGM through video conferencing, other audiovisual means. The authorized representatives of Messrs. LLP, Chartered Accountants, and Messrs. C&K and Associates LLP, Chartered Accountants, proposed joint auditors, are also attending this AGM. As required under Regulation 13 of the Securities and Exchange Board of India, Share-Based Employee Benefits and Sweat Equity Regulations 2021, a certificate from the Secretarial Auditor of the bank stating employee stock option scheme and employee 2013, Auditor's Report, Secretarial Audit Report, and the documents referred to in the Notice of AGM inspection. There was no requirement of appointment of proxies by the members. Register of proxies is therefore not applicable for this AGM, not available for inspection. Coming to the business of the with your permission, I shall now take the notice convening this meeting as
Yeah, so Priyanka, so when we discuss sorry.
Again,
in line with the provisions of Section 145 of the Companies Act 2013 and Secretarial Standard on General Meetings, only the qualifications, observations, or comments or other remarks in the auditor's report on the financial transactions or matters which have any adverse effect on the functioning of the company are required to be read out at the AGM. As there are no qualifications, observations, or comments or other remarks of the auditor's report is not required to be read. As per Secretarial Standard on General Meetings, observations, or comments or other remarks in the Secretarial Audit Report which have any material adverse effect on the functioning of the company are required to be read out at the AGM. As there are no qualifications, observations, or comments or other remarks of the Secretarial Auditor, the Secretarial Audit Report is not required to be read. For the benefit of the members, We have arranged for a presentation which would be screened now.
Good afternoon once again to all of you. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope that all of you are doing well. I will take you briefly through our presentation and then we would be happy to take your questions. At ICICI Bank, our strategic focus continues to be on growing profit before tax, excluding treasury, through the 360-degree customer-centric approach and by serving opportunities across ecosystems and micro markets. We continue to operate within our strategic framework to strengthen our franchise. Maintaining high standards of governance, deepening coverage, and enhancing delivery capabilities are focus areas for our risk-calibrated profitable growth. We lay strong emphasis on simplifying processes and strengthening our operational resilience for seamless delivery of services to customers. The principles of return of capital, fair to customer, fair to bank, and one bank, one team will continue to guide our operations. I will now talk about our performance in financial year 2024. The profit before tax, excluding treasury, grew by 28.3% year-on-year to 544.79 billion rupees in financial year 2024. The profit after tax grew by 28.2% year-on-year to 408.88 billion rupees in financial year 2024. During financial year 2024, we continued to strengthen our banking franchise. Period end total deposits grew by 19.6% year-on-year to 14.1 trillion rupees at March 31, 2024. Period end term deposits grew by 27.7% year-on-year to 8.2 trillion rupees at March 31, 2024. We continued to increase the share of the granular diversified lending to retail and small business customers in our overall portfolio. The domestic loan book grew by 16.8% year-on-year at March 31, 2024. The overall loan growth was 16.2% year-on-year. The asset quality continued to be stable during the year. The net NPA ratio declined to 0.42% at March 31, 2024 from 0.48% at March 31, 2023. The provision coverage ratio was healthy at 80.3% as of March 31, 2024. We maintained a healthy capital position with total capital adequacy ratio of 16.33% and CET1 ratio of 15.6% as of March 31, 2024. Now, I will briefly talk about our performance in Q1 of 2025. Profit before taxes, excluding treasury, grew by 11.8% year-on-year to 140.80 billion rupees in Q1 25. Profit after tax grew by 14.6% year-on-year to 110.59 billion rupees. Total deposits grew by about 15.1% year-on-year to about 14.3 trillion rupees at June 30, 24. Total advances grew by 15.7% year-on-year and domestic advances grew by 15.9% year-on-year. Our provision coverage ratio on NPAs was 79.7% and net NPA ratio was 0.43% at June 30, 24. In addition, we continue to hold contingency provision of 131 billion rupees or about 1.11% of advances. The capital position of the bank continued to be healthy with a CET1 ratio of 15.92% and total capital adequacy ratio of 16.63% at June 30, 24, including profits for the quarter. The bank has a well-defined ESG framework with oversight by the risk committee of the board. We have set ourselves a target to become carbon neutral in scope 1 and scope 2 of emissions by fiscal 2032. Our philanthropic arm, the ICICI Foundation, for Inclusive Growth continues to focus on various initiatives in the area of healthcare, environment and ecology, livelihoods, and supporting societal development. Looking ahead, we see many opportunities for risk-calibrated, profitable growth. We will continue to maintain a strong balance sheet with adequate liquidity, prudent provisioning, and healthy capital adequacy. We will continue to make investments in technology, distribution, people, and building our brand. With this, I conclude my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandeep. Bank has received requests from some members expressing their desire to speak at this AGM. The list of such members is placed before me. I will invite them one by one to express their views, ask questions. Members are kindly requested to focus their queries on matters pertaining to the notice of the meeting. Further, customer, employees, issues of the members may be taken with the respective company officials. In order to accommodate the maximum number of speakers possible, we request the members to be brief and avoid repetition of questions so that other members are also given a fair opportunity. After hearing out all the members' queries, if any raised by the members, would be collectively answered by the MD and CEO. Members whose names are called out are requested to unmute themselves and join by switching on the video and proceed to speak. If the member is unable to join through video mode for any reason, then the members can ask question or seek clarification through the audio mode. Members are requested to kindly ensure that they are seated in an area where there is proper lighting and minimum background sound. If it is observed that there is a connectivity problem at member's end, then the next speaker will be invited to talk. If connectivity improves, we will try connecting the member again once other members who have registered complete their turn. Let me start by inviting speaker number 1, Mr. Gundluru Reddappa, who is joining us from Hyderabad.
Chairman, sir, speaker number 1 and speaker number 2 are currently not connected to the meeting. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
Okay. Speaker number 3, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. He is joining us from Kolkata.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I've joined this meeting from my residence, Kolkata. I'm a great admirer of ICICI Bank, and sir, I could not forget the contribution of Mr. Wagul, and I pay my tribute to Mr. Wagul, who has passed away this year, and I pray to God to give him place on his feet in paradise. Sir, what's your future plan? How you will take the bank on new heights under your leadership? And have you any plan to split the shares by rupees 2 to 1 to increase the liquidity and the market capitalization? And I thanks to the company secretary and the team to help us to join this meeting through VC. Now several banks are coming, private banks, and after every 2 months, new bank has come in the market. So what's your view in that regard, and how you will reduce the NPA? You have reduced the NPA in so much, so how further what you will take action against the defaulter? Can you throw some highlights, sir? I strongly support all the resolutions with the hope that we will get more return in coming time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta, for sharing your thoughts and views and for attending the AGM. Next is speaker number 4, Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf. He is also joining us from Kolkata.
Chairman, sir, Mr. Saraf is not connected to the meeting. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
Next speaker is Mr. Jibu Cherian. He is joining us from Mumbai.
Yes. Gentlemen, members of the board, and fellow shareholders. I hope I'm audible to you all.
Yes, yes.
Members of the board and the fellow shareholders, I hope I'm audible to you all.
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Look, I have certain suggestions for ICICI Bank based on what, as a customer shareholder and as a customer, because
Chairman, sir, we are experiencing technical difficulty with Mr. Cherian. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
Okay, now I'll invite speaker number 6, Ms. Surekha Shah. She is joining us from Mumbai.
Hello, Sharad Kumar. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir,
Hello,
you
can
are
you hear
audible.
me, sir?
Request you to kindly express your views.
Yeah, I am very happy with the bank because company secretary finally agreed to forward me annual report. And what I am going to do, I have received one email from K Fintech on 24th. And how K Fintech behaves with the shareholders, with the company, that I will forward it to you after this meeting, sir. And basically, I'm very happy because from 2019, I'm trying to do my shares dematting, and finally, I could do dematting of my shares in 2023, and the account number is 10795091, sir. So I'm really happy with this. And what is say why I should speak more and more in the meeting? Because I feel if you just see the last 10 years, the performance of the bank is going up and up every year, sir. And 23-24 is the best year in the last 10 years for the bank. NP is 0.4. And one thing I have not understood, looking at the share price, P ratio is 18, whether for bankers, P ratio 18 is the best or whether it is very low, that I would like to know. And what I compare, I have got 3 banks like State Bank of India, then HDFC and your bank. And in HDFC Bank, I have got the maximum holding. But what I observed is SBI is 80,000 crores, HDFC is 60,000 crores, and we are 45,000 crores back. So I'm really happy with the performance of all the 3 banks, and I don't have any further thing. And I'm really happy with our new company secretary, sir. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Sharad Kumar, for sharing your thoughts and views. Next speaker, number 7, is Ms. Nirupama Shah. She is joining us from Mumbai.
Chairman, sir, Mr. Sharad Kumar Shah has already expressed his views earlier. So now request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
Next speaker number 8, Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain. He is joining us from Jaipur.
Chairman, sir, Mr. Jain has not joined the meeting. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
Next is Mr. Manjeet Singh. He is joining us from Delhi.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
हाँ जी हाँ जी आईसीआईसीआई बैंक की मैनेजमेंट टीम, कैटरियर टीम और माय को शेयर होल्डर, मैं सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। यहाँ दिल्ली में मानसून चल रहा है और मौसम अच्छा है। उम्मीद करता हूं कि आपके यहाँ भी मौसम की मेहरबानी होगी। सर, हमारा बैंक जिस तरह से प्रगति कर रहा है, आने वाले टाइम में जो है इन्वेस्टर कस्टमर जो सर्विस है उसके ऊपर जो आरबीआई ने हमारे ऊपर बैन लगाया है अभी हाल ही में करीब जून के महीने में, वो किस तरह से रहा है और आगे इस तरह का प्रॉब्लम ना हम आए उसके बारे में क्या उपाय कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा आप इस बारे में अगर शेयर होल्डर को ब्रीफ करेंगे तो अच्छा लगेगा। सर, ये जो लास्ट क्वार्टर के अंदर है, नंबर ऑफ इन्वेस्टर कंप्लेंट ये करीब 100 के करीब हुई हैं। तो ये क्या वजह रही है कि इन्वेस्टर कंप्लेंट इतनी ज्यादा आई हैं और हम उसको शायद पूरी सॉल्व भी नहीं कर पाए? तो कितनी वो पेंडिंग है और आगे आने वाले टाइम में इन्वेस्टर कंप्लेंट ना आए इसके लिए हम कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस अपना कितना मजबूत कर रहे हैं? थोड़ा आप इस बारे में अगर ब्रीफ करेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। बोनस हिस्ट्री जो है हमारी 2017 के अंदर हमने बोनस दिया था, आने वाले टाइम में कोई उम्मीद है कि हम बोनस करेंगे कोई? वो भी बोनस करीब शायद 10 शेयर पर एक कर रहा था, तो करीब 7 साल होने को जा रहे हैं। तो ऐसा उम्मीद है कि हम कोई बोनस देने जाएंगे। और इनकम फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारी बढ़ी है, 32% करीब बढ़ी है इनकम फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट। जहां जहां हमने इन्वेस्ट करा है उसके ऊपर हमारी इनकम बढ़ी है। लेकिन सर, जो हमें इंटरेस्ट मिलता है आरबीआई की तरफ से उसमें कमी आई है, इसकी क्या वजह रही है? जो इंटरेस्ट हमें आरबीआई की तरफ से अपनी जमा पूंजी के ऊपर मिलता है उसके अंदर जो है इन्वेस्टमेंट कमी आई है इंटरेस्ट में, उसकी क्या वजह रही है? थोड़ा त्रिवेदी जी इस बारे में आप बताएंगे तो जो हमारे हैं आप गिरीश जी, अगर आप बताएंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। मतलब हमारी वर्किंग किस तरह से है कि जो 2 स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिटर हमें रखने पड़ रहे हैं, एमएस के ए एंड एसोसिएट और एमएस खीमजी करके भी स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिटर, हालांकि हमारे एक ही हैं, और इनका जो कोई एड्रेस ये कहाँ से है, ये कोई पेटेंट है क्या? मतलब ये हर जगह एक ही होते हैं, यहाँ को इनका एड्रेस कभी मेंशन होना जरूरी है? इनका ईमेल नंबर भी नहीं है। अगर आप इनके साथ साथ इनका ईमेल नंबर और एड्रेस प्रोवाइड करें कि ये कहाँ से हैं, थोड़ा उस बारे में ट्रांसपेरेंसी बढ़ेगी। सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट ने जिस तरह से मेहनत करी है और हमें आपसे जोड़ा है, उनका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इतनी दूर बैठकर भी हम आपसे जुड़ पाए हैं स्मूथली, ये सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट की मेहनत का ही फल है। सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट की अगर आप पीठ थपथपाएंगे तो एक शेयर होल्डर को ये अच्छा लगेगा। बाकी आप जिस तरह से हंसते मुस्कुराते शेयर होल्डर को ब्रीफ कर रहे हैं, आने वाले टाइम में आप कंपनी को इसी तरह हंसते मुस्कुराते चलाते रहें और हमारा बैंक जो है आने वाले टाइम में दिन दुनी रात चौगनी तरक्की करेगा, इसकी हम कामना करते हैं और प्रार्थना भी करते हैं भगवान से। थैंक यू फॉर द मैनेजमेंट टीम, थैंक यू फॉर द सेक्रेटरी टीम, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, Mr. Singh, for sharing your thoughts and views and for attending the AGM. I now call upon Ms. Devinder Kaur. She is joining us from Delhi.
Hello.
Factory Act, Labor Act.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Acts extremely seriously.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Name a few. Yes, there are several other acts that we need to
Hello, am I audible, sir?
and these health
Chair-
and safety officers.
Chairman, sir.
You carry on.
Chairman, sir, नमस्कार। सेक्रेटरी मॉडिटर, सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट और मॉडिटर का मैं आपका सबका स्वागत
Ma'am, there is some background noise. Ma'am, there is some background noise. If you could please mute that and speak, please.
हेलो
Yes, it's better now. Yes.
चेयरमैन सर, मैं आपका नमस्कार करती हूँ और सब सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट और मॉडिटर आपका स्वागत करती हूँ। सर 24 और 25 में आपका फ्यूचर प्लान क्या है, थोड़ा ये बताइएगा। और सर थोड़े से शेयर होल्डर आपसे जुड़ते हैं जो स्पीकर होते हैं, उनको आप रिकॉर्ड करिएगा, कुछ ना कुछ गिफ्ट जरूर भेजा करिए। और धन्यवाद सर, सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट और मॉडिटर का मैं धन्यवाद करती हूँ। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Ms. Kaur, for sharing your thoughts and views and also for attending the AGM. Next speaker is Mr. Vinod Agarwal, who is joining from Mumbai.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
We can.
Respected
Please carry
Chairman,
on.
Respected Chairman, Mr. Pradeep Kumar Sinha ji, and Sandeep Bakshi ji, Anindi Banerjee, CFO, RCS Prachiti, Rangigar, sir. Good afternoon, Chairman, sir. The performance of the bank has been very good, sir. The net interest income grew to 972 billion, and PAT also was good at about 30% increase in the PAT over last year from to 408 billion, and everything is good, sir. Like my previous speaker said that the bonus was given about 10:1 now. With the healthy reserves and the healthy low capital of the bank, the equity capital is only about 28 billion, and the reserves you got is about 2,355 billion. So our net worth is 2,383.99 billion. So that sir, इसके ऊपर एक bonus can be given, sir, because even when you're having those dilution through ESOPs, that also is a dilution. You can do 1:10 dilution again, sir, within this thing, sir. And we've got 6,523 branches, all are good, sir. And how much time does it take because you're opening some 600 branches you have opened last year, sir? What time is the timeline for a branch to become profitable? Within 2 years, 1 year, or does it become profitable within the first year itself? I'd like to know, sir. Everything is good. Retail you have done well. ROE is good, and the remarkable thing is the ROA. ROA of 2.37. I have not heard of in most of the banks. Most of the banks have only 1.1 or 1.2% of ROA. We have got 2+ ROA, which is very good, sir. And I wish the company all the best, sir. The figures are very good. I don't want to speak on figures, sir. I wish the company all the best. Signing off, Vinod Agarwal from Mumbai.
Thank you, Mr. Agarwal, for sharing your views and for attending the AGM. Next speaker is Ms. Urmila Jain from New Delhi.
हेलो, मेरी आवाज आ रही सर?
हाँ,
हेलो,
आ रही है, बोलिए।
चेयरमैन सर नमस्कार, और सभी को भी मेरा नमस्कार। मैं उर्मिला जैन दिल्ली से। सर 30वीं एजीएम का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करती हूँ। सर आपकी स्पीच सुनी, बहुत अच्छा लगा। आपने बैंक के बारे में खुलकर बताया, ये हमारे लिए गर्व की बात है। सर मैं आज के सभी रेजुलेशन का तहे दिल से समर्थन करती हूँ। सर आज हमारे शेयर का रेट बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है। ये सब हमारे मैनेजमेंट, स्टाफ और पूरे बोर्ड टीम की मेहनत का फल है, जो हमारे बैंक के लिए बहुत अच्छा है। सर आपके नेतृत्व में हमारे बैंक का फ्यूचर और अच्छा नजर आ रहा है। मैं सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ, जिन्होंने मुझे वीसी के माध्यम से बोलने का अवसर प्रदान किया है। सर मेरा एक छोटा सा सवाल है कि हमारे बैंकों में सुबह का स्टाफ का आने का टाइम तो बिल्कुल सही है, परंतु शाम का टाइम फिक्स नहीं है। ये लेडीजों के लिए थोड़ा मुश्किल है, और क्योंकि कहीं जगह जैसे गोवा में पब्लिक सिटी ट्रांसपोर्ट 6 बजे के बाद नहीं मिलता है, और हमारे आईसीआईसीआई बैंक के कर्मचारी दूर दूर से आते हैं। कृपया करके सभी कर्मचारियों का शाम का टाइम फिक्स करें, ये बड़ा मुश्किल होता है कई जगह हमारे लिए। सर ये काम आपकी उपस्थिति में जरूर हो सकता है, आपके नेतृत्व में ये काम हो सकता है, आप ये कदम उठा सकते हैं। ये सब लोग हमारे परिवार की तरह होते हैं, जो हमारे कर्मचारी है बैंक के जितने भी हैं वो हमारे एक परिवार की तरह होते हैं, परिवार को जोड़कर रखने की बात करते हैं। जो मेहनत और लगन से काम करते हैं, जो मेहनत और लगन से काम करते हैं, उनके लिए मंजिलें दूर नहीं है, उनके लिए मंजिलें दूर नहीं है। हमारी कंपनी और हमारी कंपनी सेक्रेटरी और नवीन जी सभी शेयर होल्डरों के साथ लेके चलते हैं और मेल और फोन का जवाब तुरंत देते हैं। आने वाला टाइम हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा है सर, आने वाला टाइम हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा है। दिन दुगनी रात चौगनी तरक्की करे, इन्हीं आशाओं के साथ धन्यवाद सर। इस पर गौर करना सर, थोड़ा छोटा सा सवाल है, आपकी उपस्थिति में ये हो सकता है सर। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Ms. Jain, for sharing your thoughts and views and also for attending the AGM. Next speaker is Mr. Aspi Bhesania. He's joining us from Mumbai.
Chairman sir, Mr. Bhesania and also the next speaker shareholder, Mr. K. Bharatraj, have not connected to the meeting. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
I call on the next speaker, Mr. Deepak Dave from Ahmedabad.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please carry on.
Yes, sir. So once again, good afternoon to all the members of the board, including chairman and MD. Myself, Deepak Dave from Ahmedabad. Sir, as my fellow shareholder have said, the performance of bank is continuously improving, and the bank has given a fantastic performance under leadership of Mr. Sandeep Bakshi and all board members. So first of all, I congratulate Mr. Sandeep Bakshi for reappointment also. And I can see I have received the annual report from the secretary. So I am thankful to secretary for sending the report in time. So my question is on two things. One is on cyber fraud. Sir, day by day, the cyber fraud is increasing in the society and in the banking sector. No doubt, I have seen your video and bank has taken enough awareness camp to prevent it. But as per my belief, prevention is not sufficient. We should take proactive actions. So by taking many more initiative, including we can spend some money from CSR also. No doubt ICICI Foundation is also doing that. But here I request the board member that जो अभी people cannot distinguish between a fraud call and genuine call. तो बेचारे जो भले बारे लोग हैं वो लपेट में आ जाते हैं और उनके वैल्यूएबल पैसा घुमा देते हैं. तो यहाँ पे बहुत काम करने की जरूरत है बैंकिंग में. And I request MD sir and all the member of the board to have a further initiative to prevent it. Secondly, I would also like to know that we are also lending to corporate and corporate lending में हमारा last year write off कितना होगा and whether we have taken a sufficient step to recover old write off also for last 3-4 years also. So thank you again, sir. Thank you everyone for hearing me and giving me opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Deepak Dave, for sharing your views and for attending the AGM. Next speaker is Mr. Bimal Bhatt from Vadodara.
Namaste. Am I audible,
namaste.
sir? Okay.
Yes, you are.
I am Bimal R. Bhatt from Vadodara, the state of Gujarat, the land of Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Patel. Honorable Chairman, respected directors, key managerial personnel, senior management, and my fellow colleagues. Good morning and good afternoon. Happy to glance at our integrated annual report. As always, an excellent educative tool. Hearty congratulations to the entire ICICI team. I believe our report should be shared with all the leading professional and management educational institutions. It should help in enhancing our brand equity also. Thanks to Secretarial Department team for excellent support as always. Now, as a part of nation building and co-creation of a better corporate citizen, my few observations and or views are as follows. First, should we have 50% women board members in next 2 to 3 years? Second, should we have 1 or 2 independent directors below 40 years of age? I repeat, below 40 years of age, to get the distinct inputs for new socio-economic order in our society. Third, what is the succession plan to Sri Sandeep Bakshiji and Sandeep Batraji? I very much admire their excellent and untiring contribution to steer the ship in last 5 to 6 years. I admire them, I repeat. But what is the reality in next 2 to 5 years? Fourth, are we on the right path on corporate communication policy as far as visibility of Honorable MD and executive directors are concerned? I rarely find them. Fifth, mutual fund industry is holding 23.91% of equity shares of our bank. Page 100. Are we having nominee from this group of investors or no? If no, we should appoint one person from mutual fund industry. Now, a distinct feature, as a part of reverse stakeholder engagement, I repeat, reverse stakeholder engagement with guiding process. I am happy to share about my latest book, Business and Governance Insight, a practical guide which is on Amazon India, US and UK, which is pre-reviewed by Honorable Suresh Prabhuji, ex-cabinet minister, Honorable Shri K.V. Kamath, ex-chairman of our bank and Infosys, Honorable Dinesh Kanabar, global eminent business advisor, CA Nilesh Bhai Vikamsi, the senior partner of our outgoing auditor, and Mr. Jyotin Mehta, independent director. Its recent review is also published in Director Today, a monthly journal of Institute of Directors, New Delhi. There are more than 70 subtopics and 130 references from India as well as across the world. How can I ignore our bank as a case study for the positive attributes and contribution for the entire country? I hope it should help our board members, senior management, key managerial personnel, and others. I appreciate Honorable Chairman's view from speech in annual report. The board will continue to maintain integrity, fairness, and transparency in our engagement with all our stakeholders. Very nice. I hope bank is remembering my relationship since year 2002 in good and bad times. Let's appreciate the power of a common man on the street. Let's co-create a better society and planet. And looking to the planet, yesterday I have sent an email to the company secretary about the grave crisis in Vadodara and the entire Gujarat state of natural calamity. I hope she must have gone through. I have referred how our bank through ICICI Foundation is supporting on an immediate action basis. My email is more than 24 hours old. Please, in the end, my sincere wishes for an exciting future ahead for the entire our ICICI group and the stakeholders. Thank you very much, sir, and the entire board present hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Vimal Bhatt, for your thoughts and views, and also for attending the AGM. I now call upon Ms. Bharti Saraf from Kolkata.
नमस्कार सर, मैं भारती साहब, मैं जॉइंट ऑडिटर बोल रहा हूँ सर। 1 मिनट मेरे को टाइम दीजिएगा। माननीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निर्देशक मंडल के सदस्यगण, अधिकारीगण, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार श्राफ है। मैं पहले मेरा 4 नंबर 5 में नाम था, ये हमारे मॉडरेटर ने शायद ध्यान नहीं दिया। मैं उसमें अटेंड कर चुका था जब मनोज ने एक्सप्रेस किया था। आपने नाम बुलाया, मनोज मॉडरेटर कह दिया वो प्रेजेंट नहीं। तो मैं चाहूंगा कि उनको मॉडरेटर को अपडेट लिस्ट देखनी चाहिए कि कोई प्रेजेंट है कि नहीं। मेरे को इतना देर वेट करना पड़ा, उसके लिए मैं मॉडरेटर से समझ चाहता हूँ क्योंकि आपने नाम लास्ट में बुला दिया। सर, मैं 1,41,000 कर्मचारी, पहले तो आप सब जितने डायरेक्टर, जितने भी अधिकारी हैं, जितने भी हमारे कर्मचारी, उनका राम राम कहता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ कि आप लोग इस समय स्वस्थ होंगे। इसके बाद में से 1,41,000 हमारे कर्मचारी और वर्कर हैं, उनका भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जिनकी कड़ी मेहनत का फल है कि आज हमारी कंपनी इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट दे रही है। उन कर्मचारी के साथ साथ में उन कर्मचारी की फैमिली का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ, आपकी फैमिली का आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जो सदा बैकबोन के रूप में उनके साथ में खड़ी रहती है, जिसे पूर्ण क्षमता से हमारी कंपनी में अच्छा रिजल्ट दे सके। सर, आपने काफी अच्छा डिविडेंड दिया, इसके लिए भी मैनेजमेंट का आभार प्रकट करता हूँ। मैं सेक्रेटरी उसके टीम का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ। कंटिन्यूस टच में रहे, स्पीकर नंबर भी बताया, बहुत अच्छा काम किया सर। सर, मेरे 1-2 छोटे प्रश्न लोगों ने बहुत पूछे। सर, आर्टिफिशियल टेक्नोलॉजी का हम किस तरह हमारी बैंक में यूज कर रहे हैं जिससे हमारी बैंक में प्रोडक्टिविटी और प्रॉफिट ज्यादा हो। ऐसा हमारे करीबन 6,500 ब्रांच है, वहां पर क्या हमने फायर और सेफ्टी की ऑडिट करवाते हैं, क्योंकि आजकल शॉर्ट सर्किट के केस बहुत होते हैं अनजाने में। तो मैं चाहूंगा कि क्वार्टरली हाफिली बेस पे इस फायर सेफ्टी की ऑडिट करवाई जाए। सर, एनर्जी की भी ऑडिट चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे जो ब्रांचेज है वहां पर कोई एक्स्ट्रा फालतू एनर्जी तो खर्चा नहीं हो रही है, उससे हमारी काफी सेविंग होगी। सर, CSR की भी ऑडिट करवाई, क्योंकि आजकल फेक NGO बहुत बाजार में है, पता नहीं चलता है। अच्छा, जो पैसा आप दे रहे हैं उसकी भी खर्चा ठीक से हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा, उसके बारे में ऑडिट करवाइए सर। सर, हमारी कंपनी की ESG की रेटिंग करवाई, अपने जो ESG है उसकी रेटिंग करवाई हो तो बताइएगा एज प्रेजेंट उसकी रेटिंग क्या है, नहीं तो इसको रेटिंग करवाइए और किसी डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म पे, चाहे इंटरनेट हो चाहे डोमेस्टिक हो, वहाँ पे रजिस्टर्ड या लिस्टेड करवाने का काम करिए सर। सर, कार्बन इमिशन के लिए क्या कदम उठाए ये भी बताइएगा सर। इस साल हमारे ब्रांचेस ने कितना कार्बन इमिशन रिड्यूस किया है और जीरो कार्बन। और सर, हमारे जो ब्रांचेज है, जो अपने ब्रांचेज है जिनकी खुद की बिल्डिंग है, वहाँ रूफटॉप पे आपने सोलर पैनल आदि की व्यवस्था की हो, उसके बारे में जरूर बताइएगा सर। ज्यादा कुछ नहीं सर, ये BC मीटिंग काफी अच्छी हो। अच्छा, 11 तो सब्सिडी सर, इन सब्सिडी की कितनी प्रॉफिट में कितनी लॉस में, और फ्यूचर में कोई और भी सब्सिडी बाजार में लिस्टेड करा के शेयर होल्डर की वैल्यूएशन बढ़ाने की प्लानिंग हो तो जरूर बताइएगा सर। सर, BC मीटिंग काफी अच्छी, देखिए मैं कलकत्ता से बोल रहा हूँ और शेयर होल्डर जगह जगह से बोल रहे हैं, तो मैं चाहूंगा फ्यूचर में BC मीटिंग कंटिन्यू है। अगर BC नहीं करते हैं तो हाइब्रिड मीटिंग कंटिन्यू कीजिए, क्योंकि अब हाइब्रिड का जमाना के बाहर वाले शेयर होल्डर अपने 1,41,000 42,000 कर्मचारी जो भी है उनके अच्छी काम की सराहना कर सके, उनके प्रति अपना आभार प्रकट कर सके सर। सर, मैं आने वाला त्योहार की आपकी और आपकी फैमिली को, जितने भी एम्प्लॉय वर्कर है, उनकी फैमिली को शुभकामना देता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ जो आने वाला त्योहार है खुशी से मनाएंगे, अच्छे से मनाएंगे सर। तो आप इसके अलावा सर जो त्योहार आपकी पर्सनल लाइफ में भी आते हैं उसके लिए मैं शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। और सर, मैं एक रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ सिन्हा साहब कि दीपावली पर हम भी आपके शेयर होल्डर स्पीकर फैमिली मेंबर है जो आपकी मीटिंग में रह के सक्सेस कराने की चेष्टा करते हैं, तो हमें दीपावली की समय अगर याद रखेगा हमें अच्छा लगेगा। राम राम, लंबी उम्र की कामना करते हैं, बच्चे सौ करते हो। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Thank you very much, Mr. Zaraf, for sharing your thoughts and views and for attending the AGM. I now call upon Mr. Bhargav Bopanna. He's joining us from Vijayawada.
Can you hear me? Yeah, 1 minute.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Bhargav. I'm calling from Vijayawada. Coming from Vijayawada, and yeah, we have been shareholders for the last 25 years. So since Bank of Mathura days. My questions are basically, I'm really surprised the Mr. Bakshi has only spoken about profit after tax or before tax, but he never mentioned anything about risk. I think we are into a lending business, and I think prima facie it has to be risk. It has to be prudent lending. That has to be the number one thing for any bank. For example, right now you guys are lending almost like 75% of the value against loan against property. You guys can actually restrict that to 25% but actually reduce your NIMs or reduce your interest rates, and actually it's better that way to actually have more what do you call it. I mean, you can reduce your risk, but actually reduce your margins. And I mean, in the sense that I would say that it's better to have less profitability than have more risk. Okay, and the second point I want to mention is that a company like Berkshire Hathaway, which is 10x the size of ICICI Bank, doesn't have an ESOP plan. Why do companies? I mean, incentives do matter, and according to Warren Buffett himself, incentives do matter, and we need to look at. I mean, if the executive team or people want to believe in ICICI Bank, they can buy their own shares through the money they earn. Why do we actually have to go with these ESOP plans? And companies that are far bigger than us, like Berkshire Hathaway, doesn't actually do any ESOP plans. And right now, because we are making targets in terms of net interest margin, profit before tax, instead of actually reducing risk, actually it's basically banking is about surviving, and it's not about lending. See, you can always meet your targets, lending targets, and your deposit targets just based on increasing deposit rates and not lending prudently. But I think it's basically it's a business about it's a business where you need to survive first, and then once you survive, the opportunities are there. I mean, so when we talk about share price, profit after tax, and not risk, I think we are doing a lot of disservice in terms of like the bank has gone through very bad time from 2008 to 2018. I don't want us to repeat the same mistakes we have done. So why don't we actually why don't we why are we going according to what market dictates us? I mean, don't you think that reducing risk is actually the number one criterion for any bank, and especially when as ICICI is one of the three most important systemically important banks for our country in India? And why do we have to actually have these targets? I mean, the net interest margin, the deposits and advances. I think prudent lending should actually be the number one criterion for any bank in this country. I think survival has to be there. And I think there's a lot to be gained from the lessons from what Warren Buffett says and what he does and how he invests. And I think ESOP should not be there. And if they are there, they should be for very long term, and the vesting should be more than 5 years. It cannot be 1 year, because the decisions you're making right now, the consequences of them are going to appear after 5 to 10 years. So we don't even know whether the decision they made is good or bad for the company. I think it is how it should be like that only. And the third point I want to make is I am a shareholder for last 25 years of ICICI Bank, but I don't have an ICICI Bank account. My family does not. I had for 1 year. The problem is there's a lot of mis-selling happening. Banking is a business of relationship. It has to be like that. It has to be in a sense that you should treat your customer like you treat your friend or anyone like that. You cannot have short-term targets for your people working on the ground. You should not be mis-selling to them. You should be treating them as long-term assets of your bank. The moment you treat them like that, I think they bring in a lot of business to ICICI Bank. But the problem right now is people are looking at short-term targets, meeting growth targets for next year or next financial year. I think because the problem is we have incentives which are very short-term in nature, like ESOPs, like meeting this quarterly growth results or anything like that. I think we should not target those. I think we should target prudent lending. I think we should look at a customer as, maintaining a relationship for like 20, 25, 30 years. This is what the banking was in 90s, and in my father's days, when we had a relationship with the bank for like 25, 30, 40 years. It's right now, it's not the case. I think these all need to be looked at. Okay, and one last thing, this is an appreciation for your board. Okay, this is one of the best board I've seen across most of the companies in India. I don't know if it's RBM mandated or is it because you guys have selected such varied people, but I appreciate the composition of this board compared to most of the companies in India. And one last suggestion I have is that I would want to know how, I think people who have significant stake or who has actually shares in ICICI Bank, should speak. I don't know why in India it's just a waste of time hearing to all these things while I'm attending the AGM. Okay, if I attend AGMs in US and all, it's good. It actually is more informative. It's more you get to learn a lot from the AGM. But in India, it's not, and I'm really disappointed being a shareholder from the Bank of Madras days. It's like this for every company in India, and I appreciate that changes in India. And I think as shareholders, I think we need to have a one-on-one like what Warren Buffett does. It cannot be. I ask a question, you guys reply. It has to be like that. It cannot be a group answer kind of thing. I appreciate if you guys can change that. That's it. And thank you guys. Thank you board members, and thank you Chairman Mr. Pradeep Sinha ji. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bopanna, for your views and for attending the AGM. Next speaker is Mr. Ankur Chanda from Haryana.
Mr. Ankur, you're connected to the meeting. Request you to kindly unmute yourself and proceed to speak. Chairman, sir, Mr. Ankur is experiencing technical difficulty in connecting to the meeting. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
Okay, then I will invite Ms. Prakashini Ganesh Shenoy from Mumbai.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Am I audible?
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I'm Prakashini Ganesh Shenoy from Mangalore. Respected Honorable Chairman, Shri Pradeep Kumar Sinha ji, other dignitaries on the board, and my fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I'm thankful to the Company Secretary and his team for sending me the AGM report well in time. The AGM report is received through mail, which is knowledgeable, informative, colorful, and contains all the information as per the corporate governance. The chairman has given a beautiful picture regarding the bank and its working in all parameters. Thank you, Chairman, sir. At the outset, I'm thankful to the board for recommending a dividend for the financial year 23-24.
Thank you, Prakashini ji, for attending the AGM and giving your views. I now call upon Ms. Vasudha Vikas Dakwe from Thane.
Can you hear me, sir? Very good evening, respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow shareholders. Myself, Vasudha from Thane. I would thankful to our company secretarial team for sending me the soft copy of the report well in advance and helped me to join this meeting very well. Most of the question was asked by my previous shareholder. I will not like to repeat it again. Only one question I would like to ask. What is our attrition rate? Further, I would like to suggest, please open one window for the senior citizens as they are waiting for 1.5 years sometimes in the bank, in our bank at Thane branch. So please do the needful. With this, I support all the resolution. Thank you very much and wish the company all the best for coming financial years and my best wishes for coming Dasara Diwali festival. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Dakwe, for attending the AGM and giving your views. I now call upon Mr. Gautam Nandi from Calcutta.
Chairman, sir, Mr. Gautam has not joined the meeting. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
So I call the next speaker, Mr. Sanjog Saraf, again also from Kolkata.
Respected Chairman and the esteemed board members, my name is Sanjog Saraf, shareholder from Kolkata. I would like to thank you for letting me express my views today. Sir, since our company's performance has been really good, I would like to thank all the stakeholders for this. I do have a few queries. Firstly, what is the company's plan for CapEx? Second, what are the steps taken with regards to cost cutting? And lastly, as you all know that this is the era of AI, so how is the company planning to leverage this AI technology and what significant changes are you expecting in company's day-to-day operations? I would like to thank you for conducting this meeting virtually, and it's really easier for us to express our views in this setup. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saraf, for attending the AGM and giving your views. I now call upon Mr. Dharmendra Rao from Jaipur.
Chairman, sir, Mr. Rao has disconnected from the meeting. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
Next speaker I invite is Mr. Tamal Kumar Majumdar from Mumbai.
One minute, sir. Good afternoon, our new chairman, Mr. Sinha,
Good
Mr.
afternoon.
Bakshi, Mr. Bakshi, Mr. Jha, Group CFO, Mr. Banerjee, and other directors of the bank. Nice to see all of you with good health and spirit. Myself, Tamal Kumar Majumdar, I am an equity shareholder from Kolkata, but joining from Mumbai. We all wish good health and happy retired life of Mr. Sinha's predecessor, Mr. Chaturvedi. My special thanks to our company secretary, Madam Pratichi Lalingag, and the team for maintaining cordial relationship with investors. In this connection, I want to clarify that after receipt of our mail regarding hard copy of the annual report yesterday, I inquired with my family and got the information that it was delivered to a neighbor as nobody was in the house, and they handed it over only after my inquiry with the family. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for sharing your thoughts with us, and also thanks to our CEO Bakshisha for his thoughtful presentation. I've gone through the annual report, Form 20F, filed with the SEC, and Q1 of financial 25 financial results. I've prepared a detailed questionnaire. We'll ask some questions at the meeting and send the remaining to the company secretary through mail for reply. Firstly, sir, it is nice to note that our net interest income or NIM increased to 4.53% from 4.48% during financial year 23, at a time when NIM of other banks decreased during the year. Take, for example, as regards HDFC Bank is concerned, it decreased to 3.53% during the year from 4.08% during financial year 23. For Yes Bank, it was 2.4% during financial year 24. Would you please believe that the bank will be able to keep its NIM at least at the present level during the current year? Sir, massive fight is going on for deposit market share. Our Honorable Finance Minister also advised banks for using innovative ways of luring deposits, as the credit ratio is increasing in much higher speed than mobilization of deposits. Our current position in this respect is to be disclosed. What about CASA mobilization? Mainly current account mobilization during the current year. So we have our branches network of ATM network of 6,523 branches and 17,190 ATMs and 570 Insta banking kiosks as on 31st March 2020. As per 2011 census, in India there are 7,935 cities, towns. Looking at it, when do you believe our bank will remain present in every town or city? But it is really commendable that the bank committed rupees 12 billion to Tata Memorial Center for setting up cancer care center in Maharashtra, Punjab and Andhra Pradesh. What will be the disbursement method in this regard, and within which year it will be disbursed fully? Whether company already disbursed any amount in this regard, sir? Details are to be given. Sir, it is nice to note that NCLT approved the merger of ICICI Securities Limited with our bank recently. Do we believe that the unit will be able to do better business after its merger with us? Whether our bank accepted SEBI's warning letter dated 6/6/2024 on the outreach undertaken by our bank regarding the scheme, or challenged its contents. If this type of activity is really undertaken by our bank, which will be really unfortunate for us, we never expected such thing from a professional bank like us. Please share your thoughts in this regard. Sir, it is noted that number of frauds, which includes digital payment related frauds, also increased abnormally to 29,993 numbers during financial year 24 from 6,642 numbers during financial year 23. Amount involved also increased to rupees 816 crore from 385 crore during financial year 23. Why such short provision of rupees 242 crore made against amount involved of rupees 816 crore during financial year 24? Whether they recovered any amount in this regard, and that is the reason they decreased their provision, and what steps you have taken to decrease the menace? Sir, it is noted from audit report page 146 that claims from legal cases and taxes increased abnormally during the year, totaling massive claim of 9,712 crore, 382.9 crore and 9,329.3 crore. Whether any general provision is being made in this aspect. Company has a contingent provision of 131 billion. You mentioned in there, Mr. Bakshi mentioned in his speech. So whether it will be able to cover this type of huge liabilities in case anything materializes. And what is the relation? Because we are holding 26% shares in Falcon Tires Limited. What is our role in this regard? What is our role in this company? What is our role? We want to know, because it is a banking company. It is not at all a manufacturing company. So what role we are playing there? And lastly, sir, we have faith in the leadership of Mr. Bakshi and you, and hope that he and his team will take our bank into greater heights. Thank you all for patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Majumdar, for attending the AGM and giving your thoughts and views. I now invite Mr. Hiranand Kotwani from Ulhasnagar.
Are you audible? Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Namaste to all those who are attending this meeting. This organization is very dear to us because I am shareholder at the time of Industrial Credit Investment Corporation of India, deemed to be ICICI Bank Limited. Now, the balance sheet say simplify. But there is no simplification is visible in the balance sheet, because You have given some figure in billion and some figure in thousand. That is the confusing part. You should give all the figure in lakhs or crore. And for the foreign holder, you should give 1 million is equal to 10 million, 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. That should be criteria for the Indian banks. So coming to the financial performance, I have seen the throughout day beginning, there's ups and downs, some fraud, some boom period, some bad period. So in the balance sheet, you said in initial pages, you should do the history of the bank. Who was there? I was remember the Vaida Reddy is laughing at the bank's trouble, but he has given, regulator has given chance. Okay. Now coming to the contingent liability, please explain this contingent liability part of our organization. Use contingent liability. I know it is a notional, but please explain this. In India, outside India, what is a contingent liability? You 46 lakhs total notional. If it arises, how bank will cope up? That is my concern. Your concern is my concern. But certainly you explain to me our branch level improvement is must. Because I have gone through so many branch, just as a shareholder and a client also. The demat service is not good. At some you should now, as mergers took place, security, you should give the good service. Because one of the NRI friend visited the bank, उसको बोला FD कराओ, मैं बोला हमको फिक्स एसेट चाहिए, लिक्विड एसेट चाहिए, 5 मिनट हमारा अकाउंट खोलना चाहिए, हम 1-2 करोड़ लगा सकते हैं ऑनलाइन. तो बोले नहीं मैनेजर से मिलो. तो हमको बैंक को काफी आगे ग्लोबली और इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे बढ़ाना है. उसके लिए क्या करते हैं? खाली रश रहता है, लोन का काम रहता है, उससे बैंक को क्या होगा? आगे कितने वर्टिकल्स में आप एक ट्रांसपेरेंसी और कॉम्पिटेंसी डेवलप करेंगे? कौन से प्रोडक्ट में क्या क्या बाकी है? उसके लिए क्या कर रही है अपनी बैंक और अपनी मैनेजमेंट? पहले उनको बारे में बताइए मेरे को. और इन्वेस्टमेंट इन वेरियस securities. This time, treasury income was not good. What is the reason? All bank I have seen the balance sheet treasury income is good, but ours is not. What is the reason? So how the synergy at various level and improvement in the growth? Growth is not important, but the profitability is important. Once open the bank, open the business, but profit is not there. That is my concern. No profit is there. But how the improvement in the profit and reward to investor? हम लोग बहुत सब्सिडरी है साहब. मेरे को डर लगता है. काफी सब्सिडरी है. कभी सब्सिडरी आप बंद करते हैं, कभी चालू करते हैं. अभी वो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट मेरे को बोलता है, what is the reason of the subsidiary? So many subsidiary. Can you elaborate our investment in all subsidiaries? And yield we are deriving from this. अभी ये स्टेप डाउन सब्सिडरी हो गया, उससे हमको क्या फायदा होगा? कितना प्रॉफिट ऐड होगा? ये तो बहुत क्वेश्चन हम मेल करेंगे क्योंकि इतना कुछ नहीं. हम बॉम्बे आएंगे तो फिर साहब मिलेंगे कंपनी सेक्रेटरी से, उनको मेल करेंगे. ये टाइम वेस्ट करने का टाइम नहीं है. मगर मेरे को बैंक के बारे में थोड़ा क्लियरिटी दीजिए. कैसा ब्रांच लेवल पे इंप्रूव करेंगे? एफिशिएंसीज, वर्टिकल्स, न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सिंपलिसिटी. एज यू से द सिंपलिसिटी इन दिस ईयर. हाउ द सिंपलिसिटी विल कम? थैंक यू. That is my concern. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Kotwani, for attending the AGM and giving your views. Next, I call upon Mr. H.S. Patel, Mrs. H.S. Patel from Mumbai.
Chairman, sir, Mrs. Patel has not joined the meeting. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
Next speaker is Mr. Rishikesh Chopra, who is joining us from Ghaziabad.
Mr. Chopra, you're connected to the meeting. You're requested to kindly unmute yourself and proceed to speak, please.
No, I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you, ji. Thank you very much. Sir, I am Rishikesh Chopra, a retired senior citizen from Delhi NCR, Kaushambi, Ghaziabad, and have invested my family funds in POC Bank and private banks like yours. I thank the Secretariat Department for giving me the opportunity to speak at this meeting of the company by registering me as speaker and sending the link. It is requested that speaker number is also announced so that the other are waiting. They should know when their turn will come. Sir, there are so many meetings going on parallelly, so it will easier for the speaker to understand what is their number. Sir, I have supported all the resolutions. I and my family members have accounts in ICICI Bank Kaushambi Ghaziabad, and staff is very cooperative and helpful. However, I have got locker and other accounts with SBA also, as their charges are very reasonable and competitive. So my request to you is that you locker charges should also be competitive with SBI or other PSU banks. Otherwise, the clients are not coming to you. Some clients are only coming with a locker, so you will get that business also. Sir, I congratulate you and your team for highest profit, maintaining good ratios, and also winning several rewards under your supervision. Further, auditors have reportedly not given any adverse comments so far. As most of my related queries have already been covered by previous speakers and management in their opening statement speech, I will not put any other queries at this meeting except a few. What is the whistleblower policy of the bank? Second, where ICICI Bank ranks amongst peers banks like HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, etc. Further, what is the capex expansion plan for coming years? Percentage of holding with the private promoters. Whether your CSR activities include providing natural calamities sufferers. Last but not the least, I wish management and all executives, entire workforce of bank and my co-shareholder speakers happy days ahead and pray to God for all prosperity of the bank. Sir, I request to remember us at the time of Diwali greetings. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chopra, for attending the AGM and sharing your thoughts. Next, I call upon Ms. Lekha Shah from Mumbai.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are, please. Thank you.
Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good afternoon and regards to everyone. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. Chairman, sir, you have explained everything in your opening remarks. Hence, I have no questions today, sir. I'm very much thankful to our company secretary for sending the AGM notice well in time. Chairman, sir, I hope that bank will continue video conference meeting in future. So I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions for today's meeting. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Shah, for sharing your thoughts and attending the AGM. Next speaker is Mr. Rajendra Sheth from Thane.
Chairman, sir, Mr. Sheth is not connected to the meeting. Also, we do not have Speaker Shareholder number 31, Mr. Vijay Varghia, Speaker Shareholder number 32, Mr. Anil Parekh, and Speaker Shareholder number 33, Mr. Ramesh Gola, connected to the meeting. So, request you to kindly invite the next Speaker Shareholder, please.
Next speaker, number 34, is Mr. Umashankar Vijay Varghia. He is joining us from Mao.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Yes, please carry on.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me on this call. that's a meeting AGM. I appreciate the effort being done by company secretary team getting the invite. And I have few queries. One thing is, there are few issues which I raised in the AGM couple of years back, means in 2022 to Mr. Chaturvedi. No one was bothered to update and take action. This was regarding the government account misuse by branch managers. There are potential fraud activity which I have reported regarding the IT landscape of the bank, and SWIFT system issues which I have reported to bank, and nobody bothered to do a forensic audit of IT infrastructure, and nobody wanted to update me on post AGM. I asked for the MOM, which is not being done. Third thing which I have raised with Mr. Chaturvedi in the AGM, that the independent director were not independent, and Mr. Chaturvedi instructed the company secretary at that moment of time to arrange the inspection of the document related to the independent directors which are being appointed in 2022 and the subsequent years also. But to my surprise, after chasing up multiple by its company secretary and other team, no one agreed to show the document. There are multiple lapses which I have reported. And I'm surprised the company ICICI, beside being reporting huge profit in so many years and having a good healthy balance sheet and reserves, is still not able to reward the shareholders in the proper manner. So I will suggest to have a bonus issue for shareholders, and I trust Mr. Sinha that all the issue which I raised to Mr. Chaturvedi, somebody will look into and update me, or at least arrange a meeting with me. Nobody is bothered to do these things. So I strongly taken with company secretary, but they seems not to be hearing. So if it is simply waste of shareholder time and money also in trusting the company, if the company is not performing the way, and nobody is bothered about the minority stakeholders, so I strongly have an objection. If you are not honoring the minority stakeholder, I need to view it very seriously and take it to SEBI. And all this managing director and all the directors, I have already given the complaints, but no one bothered to take those complaints, and nobody, even the company secretary, who is the custodian of shareholder interest and AGM, is not taking the ownership of arranging a call with me. With the issues which I have raised, they are simply not bothered. They pass on to some customer service. The customer service was not bothered. They pass on to relationship managers. The branch managers are not bothered. I have given the evidences of dormant account misuse by the branch managers during the COVID times. In the AGM also, nobody is bothered. There was severe security lapses in your SWIFT system performing. No one was bothered. I strongly suggest that there is a audit which is required. That is a forensic audit which is required of your complete IT landscape. I trust now, Mr. Sinha, I need a commitment from you that it will be honored, because Mr. Chaturvedi has given the commitment that it will be addressed, but people are not bothered to reach out to me after giving multiple complaints. Even they have not shared me the MOM of the meeting also. And the points raised by me are not being addressed neither in the MOM, neither in any of the conferences, or anybody reaching out to me to get a feedback on those points and get the data on those points. I believe the shareholders need to be minority stakeholders are not being treated well, and there should be a minority stakeholder director on the board also to take care of the minority stakeholder interest and their shareholder value and work with for enhancing the shareholder value also. Sorry,
Thank you,
because
Mr. Vajivargiya.
I'm in the mid of the traffic. I've taken this call. So probably my voice may be slightly louder than what I just wanted to communicate my feelings. So probably the voice may be louder or slower. I don't know. But Mr. Sinha, I respect you. Hope your patronage, the Patricia image, which I have seen in the Google and try to understand your brief journey or the big journey is there in this before joining this board. I trust my issues will be taken care and somebody will reach out, either Prachiti or somebody will reach out to me to address those issues. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Vajivargiya, for sharing your concerns and thoughts. Definitely your concerns will be looked into. I now call upon the next speaker, Mr. Jaideep Bakshi, who is joining us from Calcutta.
Yes, very good evening, Chairman and Board of Directors and others present in today's video conference. Myself, Jaideep Bakshi, connecting from the city of Kolkata. Thanks to our company secretary for giving me an opportunity to express my views and into the entire secretarial department for presenting a detailed and informative annual report and conducting this video conference in a smooth manner. Sir, your initial speech was very much informative and many questions have been asked, so there is little scope for further queries. Sir, just want to know new branches are we planning for wider range of coverage, and how are we supporting the MSME or the startup groups? Kindly share some thoughts. And what is our thoughts regarding the data protection, because that is a vital issue now with the cyber security. And any advanced technology for implementation or for better efficiency in our service, and solar panel installation for energy saving and this for saving of this fossil fuel. And sir, just want to know the bank's outlook to move ahead with the support of the dedicated staff and retain our brand name. Nothing to add more, sir, and wish the bank all the best in the coming years. Thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Bakshi, for your thoughts and views, and also for attending the AGM. I now call upon the next speaker, Ms. Yasmin Pitalwala from Mumbai.
Chairman, sir, Ms. Pitalwala has not joined the meeting. Request you to kindly invite the next speaker shareholder, please.
Next speaker shareholder is Mr. Rajesh Chainani, who is joining from Mumbai.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes,
Hello.
you are. Please go ahead.
Yes, you. Yeah, respected Chairman Pradeep Kumar Sinha, and a very highly distinguished eminent Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. I am Rajesh Chainani. I am speaking from Vilepale, Mumbai. First of all, thanks to the Secretarial Department for sending me the annual report notice very well on time, which is full of facts and figures in place. Sir, in your opening remarks, you have covered a lot of things, sir. It was a very good presentation. Second thing, sir, I am the oldest shareholder of the bank. So from the very beginning, I am holding the shares. Until today, I am retaining the shares. And also, I am shareholder of ICICI Securities, which you had listed, and now which you are going for the unlisted thing. But I have supported resolution there also, so that, you know, it gets joined with us. And sir, obviously, it will enhance our wealth, you know, as it is. Because today, the face value of ₹2, our price is very good, sir. 1,200 plus rupees we are trading at, sir. At one time, we were in such a mess. What was the condition of the bank, sir? It was really in a thing, and you can't imagine the way the bank, our directors and the staff has worked out all the way up to the great thing, sir. So only thing is, please try to increase the dividends for the coming year, sir. Because we look towards the dividend, because now the face value is 2, whether you're planning for the stock split of 2 face value 1. So if you can just throw the light on that, sir. So that would be a very good idea, sir. और तो कुछ ज्यादा तो कहना नहीं है, इतना कुछ मेरे पहले वालों ने पूछ लिया है, कह दिया है। और इतना जरूर कहूंगा आपके लिए सर, मंजर धुंधला हो सकता है, मंजिल नहीं। मंजर धुंधला हो सकता है, मंजिल नहीं। जो फॉर द कमिंग फेस्टिवल आई वांट टू विश यू सर, फूलों की खुशबू, कलियों की बहार, चांद की चांदनी, अपनों का प्यार। मुबारक हो चेयरमैन सर आपको, सारे बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स को आने वाले त्योहार सर। और यही कहूंगा सर, रिश्ता चाहे कोई भी हो, हीरे की तरह होना चाहिए। देखने में छोटा जरूर, पर कीमती और अनमोल होना चाहिए। ये रिश्ता हमारा आईसीआईसीआई बैंक से शुरू से ही है सर। तो मैं यही कहूंगा सर, आने वाले साल में हम बहुत अच्छी रिजल्ट देखेंगे। और जब आईसीआईसीआई सिक्योरिटीज मर्ज हो जाएगा तो और ही अच्छा ही होगा। Have supported all the resolutions. Sir. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak, sir.
Thank you very much, Chainani Saab, for your suggestions and for your good wishes and for attending the AGM. I now call upon Mr. J. Abhishek from Chennai.
To see the hybrid AGM next week. Thank you. Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Am I audible? Hello,
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. Sir, just a second, sir. Allow me to start my camera as well, sir. Sir, first of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meeting. Sir, trust 30th annual general body meeting. Sir, trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. Our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap. After completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, dividend history, and becoming one of the strongest bank in the respective segments. Sir, first of all, I would like to know, as of date, how many branches do we have across the country, and what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the number of fraud, online fraud, which is being taking place on a regular basis. And I would like to know from you, sir, and what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the audit fee. So then myself and my team are running a legal firm with the name and style of Seven Wells Associates. So I would request the management to kindly enroll the firm in the empanelment of the company, and we will be glad to extend our services, sir. So then the bank has excellent corporate governance practice, and we are really thankful to the entire board of directors for their sincere efforts in bringing the company to this particular extent and rewarding the minority shareholders in large numbers. Sir, hope that company takes all the questions in the right spirit and reward the minority shareholders in large numbers. We are really thankful to the entire secretarial team for conducting the annual general body meeting virtually and making this 30th annual general body meeting a grand success. Sir, I wish the bank and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity, sir. Hope to see you in the hybrid AGM next year. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Abhishek ji, for sharing your thoughts and giving your suggestions and for attending the AGM. Moderator, has any shareholder who could not connect earlier joined the meeting? If so, please connect them now.
Yes, Chairman, sir, we do have a few speaker shareholders who are now connected or reconnected to the meeting. We will invite them one by one. I now invite Mr. Gundluru Redappa. Mr. Redappa, request you to kindly unmute yourself and proceed to speak. Mr. Redappa, you're connected to the meeting. I request you to kindly unmute yourself and proceed to speak. It appears that we are facing technical difficulty in connecting with Mr. Redappa. I now invite Mr. Jibu Sherian to express his views. Mr. Sherian, request you to kindly unmute yourself and proceed to speak.
I have unmuted myself, but am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Members of the board and fellow shareholders.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, please carry on.
Okay,
Sir, this is
members of the board and fellows.
am I audible?
Yes.
Now,
you are.
As far as the bank ATMs are concerned, you have compartments for 500, 200, 100, I presume. But in the place where I go, there are 4 ATM machines at Bandra East, Mumbai, and all of them are dispensing 500 rupee notes. Now, after getting the 500 rupee notes, if I want change, I have to go back into the branch. And at that time, they make me fill in a payment slip. This thing has started about 2 months ago. So request the management to see that the ATM machines have got other denominations. Sorry, 500, 200, 100. Sorry, so that we can get it, and we don't have to travel the branch again, because going into the branch means that we have to indulge in time whereas you can service other customers during that time. Now, the thing that I want to say is I am a credit card holder of the bank. I had sent a letter by courier to Mr. Bakshi and to the principal nodal officer and to the head of credit cards, requesting that for ICICI Bank credit holders who do not have an ICICI Bank account, the NACH facility should be made available. I sent it on 26th of July to the principal nodal officer and 30th July to the managing director. Now, on 19th of August, reference ICICI Care is equal to 034-942-415. I got a reply, which is seen over here, that please note to activate NACH, we request you to contact your other bank where you hold your savings bank account. I think this is just a method of, putting me on the, golden goose run. Because when I went to the other bank where I have an account, they told me, sir, and I've got a NACH form here in front of me, which you cannot see because I don't know my video is not on, is that in the normal NACH form, there is a sponsor bank code and a utility code which ICICI is supposed to fill into this, and also the name on which it is. Now, I thought ICICI should make things easier for their customers. Now, generally, what I've noticed is this I've sent it to the principal nodal officer, is that whenever I've written to the bank is always getting on the defensive to say that this is our stand. You as a customer better follow this. I think it is time that ICICI adapted to the needs of the customer, because this NACH facility would be helping non-ICICI bank holders to pay it without going to NEFT. Yes, you have given us 5 options to pay our credit card bills, but this would be an additional facility. In spite of writing to the top management of ICICI, if a very simple methodology cannot be implemented for the help of the ICICI, I request you all to have a look at your thing, because many times when I've written to the principal nodal officer, as I said, the first answer which comes in is defensive. Now, in this particular case, what is happening is you are directing me as a customer into a place where there is no escape at all, there is no mentality at all, and then you are listing out over here the options which are available, which anyway I know because it's on the website. And then, okay, this must be your standard paragraph. If you're not satisfied with our response, you can write to the RBI Ombudsman. Now, this is a matter of internal thing between ICICI and the customer. Now, what is the Ombudsman going to do in it? I would request you people to have a relook at this thing, because I've given you the case number. I've told that my letter to the MD is on 30th July, which you could have got on the 1st of August. So have a relook and see whether you all can adjust that credit card customers, who are the customers who have to pay you on a monthly basis, can do so without anything. Because once it's an NACH facility, when the bill is presented, you must be knowing it, when the bill is presented to the, say, any bank, the amount is debited and you are credited. So I know you have given an NEFT facility, but NEFT facility also means about 3 to 5 minutes for me to log in, transact, and then do the thing. So requesting you all to be a bit more flexible in not only this policy, other policies of the bank, which because I'll tell you why do I have to come to the AGM? This AGM is not a lok adalat for all customers' grievances. But gentlemen of the board, please believe me, some of your answers from the first level customer care and the second level principal nodal officers is just not helping the customer at all. I'm so happy that I can put my voice in front of you because last year I was not able to meet it. There are so many more instances where y'all should be a bit more customer centric. Yes, maybe 20% of your customers are unhappy, but y'all can definitely be a bit more flexible. So please have a relook at this particular email which is sent to me on 19th of August, 034-942-415, and see if you can adjust it, because I don't think it costs ICICI very much in infrastructure change, but you will be helping a lot of customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Cherian. Next speaker, please, moderator.
We now invite Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain. Mr. Jain, you're connected to the meeting. Request you to kindly unmute yourself and proceed to speak, please.
Respected Chairman Mr. Sinha जी, नमस्कार, जय जिनेंद्र। मैं दिलीप कुमार जैन जयपुर पिंक सिटी से बोल रहा हूँ और आईसीआईसीआई बैंक का बहुत बड़ा कस्टमर हूँ। फ्रॉम बैंक ऑफ राजस्थान, जब था बैंक ऑफ राजस्थान से आईसीआईसीआई बैंक में है और बहुत पुराना कस्टमर हूँ और बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि बैंक तरक्की कर रहा है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ कुछ चीजें ध्यान भी रखनी चाहिए जिससे पब्लिक को दिक्कत नहीं हो। उनके सुनने के लिए भी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को थोड़ा सा तैयारी रहना ही चाहिए। ये जो शेयर होल्डर्स बोल रहे हैं, वैसे तो ये प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है इस चीज को बोलने का, लेकिन फिर भी अगर जब कभी किसी की नहीं सुनी जाती तो यहाँ पे आके बोलना पड़ता है उसको। बाकी सर बहुत बढ़िया, आपका CSR एक्टिविटीज बढ़िया है, रिजल्ट्स इतने बढ़िया दिए हैं, उसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत सबको, बोर्ड मेंबर्स को और आपको मिस्टर बख्शी को, सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई आपको। इस इतने वेरी फर्स्ट आपके जो तो सर एक थोड़ी सी एक रिक्वेस्ट थी कि जो अपने जो स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर्स होते हैं ना, इनका एक ग्रुप बना दिया कीजिए, इससे मतलब उसमें क्या है कि अगले को पता रहे कि मेरा नंबर, अब मेरा नंबर 8 था, मुझे पता लगा नहीं, वो निकल गया और मुझे लास्ट तक इंतजार करना पड़ा थोड़ा सा। सर प्लीज थोड़ा सा इफ यू कैन टेक इट एज ए सजेशन। एक सर मैं बस ये था कि एक तो अपने कितनी ब्रांचेज में वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग सिस्टम ब्रांचेज में ऑफिसेज में लगा हुआ है और उसका क्या स्टेटस है। दिस इज द PM से एक मतलब प्राइम मिनिस्टर का भी एक ये बहुत बड़ा प्रोग्राम चल रहा है उनका भी, कि इस तरह से उसको देखा जाए। एक सोलर पावर का किन किन ब्रांचेज में आपके लगा हुआ है, ब्रांच में, हेड ऑफिसेज में, और कितने में आप लगा सकते हैं, जिससे क्या है कि ये भी चीज आगे बढ़ सके। फीमेल स्टाफ अपना ड्यूरिंग द ईयर कितना स्टाफ अपॉइंट हुआ और टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टाफ कितना है, इसके लिए थोड़ा सा बताने का अगर कष्ट कर सके तो बेटर होगा। आने वाले फेस्टिवल दिवाली और दशहरे के लिए आपको सभी को, आप सभी ऑफिस बंदों को, सबको, भाइयों को बहुत बहुत बधाई एडवांस में दे रहा हूं मैं। शेयर I support all the resolutions. So, how many offices are running in own building or rented building? तो इसका थोड़ा सा बताने का कष्ट करें कि कितनी बिल्डिंग्स अपने इसमें चल रही हैं और अपनी बिल्डिंग में ब्रांचेज चल रही है और ब्रांचेज ऑफिस चल रहे हैं, और इनका कितना अमाउंट अपने को साल में पे करना पड़ता है, वो भी थोड़ा सा बता सके तो। एक सर मेरा मैटर पिछले साल भी मैंने चतुर्वेदी साहब के यहाँ भी उठाया था हालांकि मैं बोलने के लिए प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है, जैसा मैंने भी कहा, लेकिन क्या है, कहीं सुनवाई नहीं हुई, इसलिए मेरे को बोलना पड़ रहा है कि मिस्टर चतुर्वेदी और मिस्टर बख्शी दोनों थे लास्ट ईयर, उनको मैंने बताया था ये मैटर, और वो उसके बाद उठा आपके हेड सर्विस क्वालिटी जो हैदराबाद वाले उन्होंने उठाया था। उसमें सर मेरा 2006 में जो अकाउंट मैंने बंद कर दिया किशोर कुमार जैन के नाम से, वो अकाउंट 2019 में रिपोर्ट होता है, 800 रुपये कोई चार्जेज लग के, और उसकी वजह से सिविल उसकी सीधी 846 से 660 पे आती है, जिसका मैंने पूरी डिटेल उनको मिस्टर जो आपके हैदराबाद में जो हेड सर्विस क्वालिटी बैठते हैं उनको भेजी थी। उसमें सर उन्होंने वो मुझसे कहते हैं कि आप साहब क्या चाहते हैं, आप इसमें कुछ कंपनसेशन बताएं तो वो हम कर दें, या वो कर दें, या आप हाउसिंग लोन हमारे यहाँ ले आइए, हम इसमें रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट कम कर देंगे, आप अमाउंट कितना चाहते हैं इसमें। ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है सर। लेकिन सर इतना बड़ा मैटर 2006 में जो अकाउंट में बंद कर चुका, वो 2019 में सिविल में जाके रिपोर्ट हो रहा है, और वो मेरा पैसा ऑलरेडी पे किया हुआ, उसका मैंने एविडेंस ही भेजा है उनको कि मैंने पे कर, मुझे बाद में 2023 में उस अमाउंट को अंडर प्रोटेस्ट जमा करना पड़ा आपके यहाँ पे। 840 रुपए का अमाउंट था केवल, उसके लिए मेरी सिविल 846 से घट के 660 आ गई, और उसके लिए मैं कम से कम आपके सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को 2 बार मैंने मेल की, उसका मेरे को जवाब आज तक भी नहीं मिला है। लास्ट मिस्टर बख्शी को पता है, मिस्टर चतुर्वेदी ने उसको कहा था कि आई विल टेक इट डेफिनेटली दिस मैटर, बट उसका कुछ भी नहीं हुआ। अब मैं देख रहा हूं कि सर आप ले सके तो ले लीजिए, इसको टेकअप कीजिए, अदरवाइज मैं इसको कंज्यूमर कोर्ट में डालूंगा, क्योंकि 4 जनों की सिविल खराब हुई सर, उसमें 4 जॉइंट होल्डर थे, सबकी सिविल खराब हो गई उसमें। और वो मेरे पास सारी रिकॉर्डिंग पड़ी है जो आपके हेड सर्विस क्वालिटी ने जो मेरे को जो ऑफर दी है, मैं उसको इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे बोलना नहीं चाहता। दे हैव ऑफर्ड मी मनी फॉर टेकिंग बैक दिस ऑफर, एंड इन द लास्ट दे हैव क्लोज्ड द मैटर। सर यही है, बाकी इसको जैसे भी आप लेना चाहे लीजिए। मैं लेकिन ये है कि मेरे को लगता है चेयरमैन और एमडी को कहने के बाद भी अगर उस मैटर का कुछ नहीं होता है तो फिर तो भगवान, उसके बाद भी अगर साल भर में कुछ नहीं होता है तो बहुत बड़ी बात है। किशोर कुमार जैन के नाम से अकाउंट है वो, और जिसमें ये चीज हुई है ऑटो लोन था जिसका, और वो पूरा जमा करा दिया गया था, और ये पूरी मेल गई हुई है। मैं आपके यहाँ से आप भी आई है, चेयरमैन हेड सर्विस क्वालिटी ने पूरी मेरी डिटेल ली थी, सारी उनको दी है। सर इतना सही, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको सुनने के लिए, अच्छा लगा आपने मेरी बात सुनी, उसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Jain Saab, for your concerns and for your suggestions and for attending the AGM. Moderator, any further speaker?
We now invite Mr. Ankur Chanda. Mr. Chanda, you're requested to kindly unmute yourself and proceed to speak. Mr. Chanda, you're not audible.
Hello, sir, I am audible?
Yes, now you are.
Okay, okay. Good afternoon to everyone. I just want to say that our corporate governance is too good, तो इसमें सर कोई दिक्कत तो है ही नहीं। बाकी हम 2020 में अब हम 1000 करोड़ का प्रॉफिट है, एक शेयर होल्डर को क्या चाहिए सर? यही चाहिए कि कंपनी का प्रॉफिट बढ़े, क्योंकि कंपनी का प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा तो ऑलरेडी हमारी अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट में रिटर्न बढ़ेगी। तो बस हम यही चाहते हैं सर, इसी तरह मेहनत से काम करते रहे और ये प्रॉफिट बढ़ाते रहे और हमारा भी प्रॉफिट बढ़े। इसके साथ बहुत धन्यवाद। बैंक में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आती है हमारे को, जब भी जाते हैं आराम से काम होता है सर। धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद अंकुर जी for your words. Next speaker, moderator.
We now invite the last speaker shareholder, Mr. Redappa, who has reconnected to the meeting.
Yeah. Am I audible, moderator? Am I audible, moderator?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. First of all, Pradeep Kumar Sinha ji and all other directors, especially my chairman, Girish Chandra Chaturvedi sir, executive director Sandeep Suraj sir, and Bhatra sir, Rakesh sir, Ajay Kumar Gupta sir, my company secretary, Prachiti Lingalkar sir, and all other non-executive directors. First of all, I'm very happy and proud about the company performance. So I'm the first speaker shareholder. I missed out, but after your leadership, the transparency in the relationship, I got the chance. And once again, I'm very happy and proud, Mr. Chairman. Sir, as a shareholder, I'm very happy and proud, sir. Sir, 2003, December, I have opened the account with ICICI Bank as a salary account. At the time of my age is 20 years. Still, I'm having the account, sir. My account number is 004801514976. नींद में भी ये नंबर मेरे को याद रहेगा सर. बैंकिंग सेक्टर में वी आर नंबर 1 सर. सर, आपका स्पीच में बहुत सारा इंफॉर्मेशन दिया है, इसलिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर. सर, वी आर नंबर 1 in digital banking and also the ICICI director, all other services, PMS, and also the capital markets and the loans. Everything is fantastic going on, sir. Thank you for wonderful achievements in this financial year. I would like to thank, sir. Annual reports I gone through. There is a wonderful annual report. Sir, weight lift करता हूँ sir. ऐसा ऊपर को weight lift करता हूँ. इतना मोटा है sir. वो मोटा इसमें इतना क्वालिटी का इंफॉर्मेशन है sir. So quality chairman है, quality executive directors है, quality MD है, quality CEO है, quality results है. Everything is quality. Output also quality. So the way of the disciplinely or the giving service to the customers, and also you are the contributor or the nation development also, sir. Sir, thank you so much for the CSR. Tremendous support to the CSR. Wonderful CSR, sir. Governance, sir. Under leadership, Mr. Chairman and MD, so transparency governance is there, sir. Ethically, good manner. Overall, can say there is a integrity is there under leadership, Mr. Chairman, MD. Keep it up, sir. Thank you for a wonderful dividend. Thank you for wonderful financial numbers. Every year on year, quote unquote, we are growing, sir. So I'm happily recommending my other, my family, other persons to open we continue with ICICI Bank, sir. That type of services we're giving, sir. Thank you for wonderful awards, recognitions. Here my question is, so what is the expansion plans in this financial year? What is the strategy you are taking to take the net profit growth to next level, sir? And also the risk management policy. So how much these financial frauds are happening? So how much recorded? How much is resolved, sir? Sir, one of my classmates, Mr. Prakasham, he is the branch manager in Badwell in Andhra Pradesh. He is my classmate, sir. Now he is a senior bank manager of our company. So I'm very proud, sir. I'm also the financial advisor. He is also bank manager. I'm having the bank since 2003. Wonderful services, sir. Banking sector में sir turnover services में we are the turnover कर दिया, sir. So we are the started the footprints. Other banks are following it, sir. So that type of the business expansion, services, new products. Also, mobile banking is number 1 secure app, sir. Everything is very secure, and also our executives are very wonderful, sir. So thank you so much for the wonderful we have this the smoothly connecting AGM, sir. I would like to thank the company secretary once again, sir. I wanted to upgrade my ATM card, sir. So in this regard, I'll visit my branch and I'll take another debit card also, sir. Thank you so much. I wish I don't have any further financial queries, sir. Everybody asking a personal issue. I request all the co-shareholders, if you have any queries, you can write and visit the branch manager. This is only talk about the only agenda, sir. कंपनी के परफॉर्मेंस की बात करो, सपोर्ट करो और सेशन दो और चेयरमैन साहब को एनकरेज करो. पर्सनल इश्यूज लाके इधर आके हम कंज्यूमर कोर्ट में डालता हूँ, सेबी कंप्लेंट करता हूँ, threatening के words. Don't do this. If you have anything really problem, you can bring our company chairman or MD is there, company secretary is there. So we are receiving very good services from the company. We don't want to blame anybody here. So this is my personal comment, sir. Please support the orphans cultural education for society with from CSR funds also. Thank you so much, sir. And I visit my branch and I'll take the upgraded the debit card also. Thank you so much, sir, for giving this opportunity. Mr. Chairman Sinha ji, for patient hearing, sir. 2-3 घंटे इतना ट्रांसपेरेंसी आप कंपनी मीटिंग चला रहे हो, इसमें मालूम हो रहा है सर आप इतना मेहनत कर रहे हो सर। आप 24 आवर्स मेरे कंपनी के बारे में आप हार्ड वर्क कर रहे हैं सर, इसलिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। I wish good health to you, happiness to you. I wish all the best in further financial endeavors, sir. Thank you so much. You have given me the first speaker and last also. Whatever I get, sir, I am very happy and proud, sir. Thank you so much for company employees and also company secretary and also moderator also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Redappa, for your inputs and for attending the AGM. Thank you, all members, for your valuable suggestions, inputs, queries, and concerns. We have taken detailed notes of the same, and they will be looked into. I now request our MD and CEO to answer the queries raised by the members.
I wish to take this opportunity to record our heartfelt thanks to our shareholders from across the nation for sharing their thoughts. We value the trust reposed by you, which motivates us to strive to do even better with your kind support. In addition to the queries raised by the speaker members, the bank has also received queries through email from few members in advance. As there are many common queries, the replies have been consolidated. As mentioned by Chairman earlier, our customer service team will separately reach out to shareholders who have shared their grievances related to the services provided by the bank. Further, it may be noted that the bank is constrained to not respond to queries from shareholders, including through emails, which pertain to matters which are outside the scope of business to be transacted at this meeting, or on matters which may be sub judice or legally privileged, as also on certain matters which may not qualify for public disclosure, including for reasons which are regulatory in nature. The rest of the queries have been considered. I would start by, as one shareholder rightly remembered, Mr. Vagul. He was indeed the doyen of the banking industry, and as an institution, we truly owe him a debt of gratitude for what he has done to this institution. We will remain perpetually grateful to Mr. Vagul for his contribution. As I mentioned in my opening presentation also, the bank will continue to focus on ecosystems and micro markets to serve the customer and take the bank to the customers. And within that, we have a multi-channel architecture comprising branches, internet, phone banking, iMobile, to take the full banking services to the customer. And we invest in branches and in the technology platform to ensure that we are able to give seamless service to our customers. And maintaining high standards of governance, as the shareholders also pointed out, that banking is a business of trust, it's a business of risk. So for us, maintaining high standards of governance, deepening coverage, and enhancing delivery capabilities are the core, and we have to do this fundamentally on the basis of a risk calibrated strategy. Simplifying processes and operational resilience is the key in the era of technology disruption, and an area where cyber risk has acquired very, very high level of, I would say, prominence and significance. As we speak, we have about 6,587 branches, and there is a constant evaluation based on the opportunity, and that's the basis on which we put more branches. And we do take feedback, which has been given to us in terms of the various areas of improvement in our service, and we assure the shareholders that we will put everything that is possible to further improve our customer service. On deposits, this has been one of the points which was mentioned by a shareholder. And as far as ICICI is concerned, we would just, and I mentioned this in the opening remarks also, that we have continued to see reasonable growth in our deposits, with average total deposits growing by about 17.18% year on year and 3.3% sequentially in Q1 of 2025. We had a query regarding an RBI ban. One would like to mention that there is no ban by RBI on us. Regarding statutory auditors, one would like to mention that RBI requires us to have two auditors. They are CAs, and after the due diligence, we have chosen the auditors, and these are approved by the Reserve Bank of India. All the investor complaints are taken seriously, and the number of 100 pertains to the complaints for the full year, and we will continue to work towards improving the quality of our customer service as also the resolution. There was a query on the price earning ratio. The price earning ratio is a function of many factors, including the market. And as far as we are concerned, we will continue to put our best possible performance, and on the basis of that, the market would respond. So our focus is in terms of trying our best to get the best possible performance for the bank. Regarding the profitability of branches, one would like to mention that there is no hard and fast sort of rule for that, but it is dependent on, I would say, the location and the market factors, and different branches respond differently based on the opportunity. And we have opened our branches based on the market opportunity, and we have been talking of our micro market strategy, as also our focus on inclusion, because that's one of the focus areas, and you would see that we have even balancing of branches across geographies and across markets, including the ones which require financial inclusion. There was we would like to thank our shareholders for having concern regarding our employees, and there was a point on late sitting, and we will examine this. Cyber frauds are an area of concern and of great focus, and we are trying our best to educate our customers, and through various videos, through campaigns, and this is an area where we would further put our best foot forward to educate our customer. Along with that, we are working on strengthening our IT and cyber resilience. And all this is done under the guidance of our board IT strategy committee. There was a query on, I would say, the recovery and the write-off. So in the financial year 2023-24, our recoveries were 6,250 crores, and the write-off was 930 crores. There was a query on the succession, and in this regard, one would like to mention that our institution has a deep bench, and ICICI has demonstrated, I would say, its the deep bench and the quality of the management over a period of time. There was a query on the situation on the Baroda, I would say, situation, and we would like to mention that our bank is sensitive to such disasters and is committed to standing with the people of Vadodara and Gujarat. Our approach towards disaster relief is typically in the rehabilitation phase, where we work with people who have lost their livelihood or need shelters, and helping underprivileged people impacted by the calamity to rebuild their lives. We are evaluating the situation, and we will take steps at an appropriate time aligned to our approach towards disaster relief. Artificial intelligence, this is also an area which is acquiring importance and significance in the functioning of the business, and we are using artificial intelligence in various processes to help in improving both the customer and the employee experience. And we will continue to invest in this fast evolving technology. On fire and safety, we will take steps to ensure that our bank staff and our branches are safe, and our branches go through constant evaluation in terms of the safety requirements, but we will put further oversight in the area of, I would say, safety. As regards the renewable and the sort of environment, we would like to mention that in our branches about 35% of our power is from renewable sources. The overall compensation policy and including the ESOPs have sort of evolved over a period of time and are aligned to the shareholder interest, and are an important part of a compensation, and are constantly evaluated by the our board and the board nomination committee, and the objective is to align to the long-term value creation in the bank. The attrition in the bank for the financial year 23-24 was 24.5%. While this has been coming down, this is also at a level which requires attention, and we will put focus in this area. Senior citizens is are very important customer base, and we are committed to serving them with the highest level of sensitivity. We will continuously look at improving this area so that we are able to give very, very sensitive service to our senior citizens. And we do have a doorstep banking facility wherever it is required for our senior citizens. Our CSR on Tata Memorial, it's a commitment of 1,200 crores spread over 3 of their centers in Navi Mumbai, in Malanpur and in Vizag. This investment will be taken over a period of about 3 to 4 years, and as things stands, it is expected to get completed by the year 27, or it could spill over to the financial year 28. There was a point on Falcon Tires. Just like to mention that this was acquired as a part of a settlement done many years back, and we have no role in the running of that entity. Contingent liabilities are in the normal course of the business, and basically include bank guarantees and the notional of the derivatives. We have a board approved whistleblower policy which is known to all employees, and it is always also available to the available on our website. There was a point raised on the SEBI letter, so we would like to mention that the SEBI, via its letter dated June 6, 2024, had issued an administrative warning on the outreach undertaken by the bank regarding the scheme of arrangement. So the bank has complied with the requirements which were mentioned in the administrative warning. There was a point raised by a shareholder, Mr. Vijay Varghya. From what has been told to me, this was included in the minutes of the AGM for financial year 2023 and also shared over email which was sent on October 6, 2023. And minutes include the comments on cyber security, but our company secretarial department would be glad to engage further if there is any further query on that. Is there any other point which remains? Thank you again for all your inputs and suggestions, and we stand committed to putting our best foot forward to serve our institution. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sandeep, for replying to the queries raised by various stakeholders, including on their customer-centric inputs. I thank the shareholders for their participation from across the nation. We are deeply grateful to all our shareholders for sparing their valuable time for participating in this AGM. As the queries have been now answered, I would like to inform you that pursuant to Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013, read with Rule 20 of the Companies Management and Administration Rules 2014, as amended, and Regulation 44 of the Securities and Exchange Board of India, listing obligations and disclosure requirements, Regulations 2015 as amended. The bank had provided an opportunity to all its members for exercising their voting rights through remote e-voting for the items of business to be transacted at the AGM, which are as follows. Item number 1, ordinary resolution for adoption of audited standalone and consolidated financial statements for the financial year ended March 31, 2024. Item number 2, ordinary resolution for declaration of dividend on equity shares for the year ended March 31, 2024 at the rate of ₹10 per equity share. Item number 3, ordinary resolution for a reappointment of Mr. Rakesh Jha as a director who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Item number 4, ordinary resolution for appointment of Messrs. BSIR and Company LLP Chartered Accountants as one of the joint statutory auditors of the bank. Item number 5, ordinary resolution for appointment of Messrs. C&K and Associates LLP Chartered Accountants as one of the joint statutory auditors of the bank. Item number 6, ordinary resolution for payment of remuneration to Messrs. MSKA and Associates Chartered Accountants and Messrs. KKC and Associates LLP Chartered Accountants. Item number 7, special resolution for appointment of Mr. Rohit Bhasin as an independent director of the bank for a term of 5 years with effect from July 26, 2024. Item number 8, ordinary resolution for revision in remuneration of Mr. Sandeep Bakshi, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the bank. Item number 9, ordinary resolution for revision in remuneration of Mr. Sandeep Batra, Executive Director of the bank. Item number 10, ordinary resolution for revision in remuneration of Mr. Rakesh Jha, Executive Director of the bank. Item number 11, ordinary resolution for revision in remuneration of Mr. Ajay Kumar Gupta, Executive Director of the bank. Item number 12, ordinary resolution for modification of earlier approved material related party transactions for acceptance of current account and savings account CASA deposits by the bank from the related parties for FY 2025. Item number 13, ordinary resolution for modification of earlier approved material related party transactions for subscription of securities issued by the related party and purchase of securities from the related party issued by related or unrelated parties by the bank for FY 2025. Item number 14, ordinary resolution for modification of earlier approved material related party transactions for sale of securities to the related party issued by related or unrelated parties by the bank for FY 2025. Item number 15, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for rendering of insurance services by ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company Limited, subsidiary of the bank for FY 2025. Item number 16, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for dividend payout by ICICI Prudential Asset Management Company Limited, subsidiary of the bank for FY 2025. Item number 17, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions pertaining to foreign exchange and derivatives transactions by the bank with the related parties for FY 2025. Item number 18, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for acceptance of CASA account and savings account CASA deposits by the bank from the related parties for FY 2026. Item number 19, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for subscription of securities issued by the related parties and purchase of securities from the related parties issued by related or unrelated parties by the bank for FY 2026. Item number 20, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for sale of securities to the related parties issued by related or unrelated parties by the bank for FY 2026. Item number 21, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for granting of fund-based and or non-fund-based credit facilities by the bank to the related parties for FY 2026. Item number 22, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for purchase or sale of loans by the bank from or to the related party for FY 2026. Item number 23, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for undertaking repurchase transactions, repo transactions, and other permitted short-term borrowing transactions by the bank with the related party for FY 2026. Item number 24, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for undertaking reverse repurchase, reverse repo transactions, and other permitted short-term lending transactions by the bank with the related party for FY 2026. Item number 25, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions pertaining to foreign exchange and derivative transactions by the bank with the related parties for FY 2026. Item number 26, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for availing insurance services by the bank from the related party for FY 2026. Ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for rendering of insurance services by ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company Limited, subsidiary of the bank for FY 2026. Item number 28, ordinary resolution for material related party transactions for dividend payout by ICICI Prudential Asset Management Company Limited, subsidiary of the bank for FY 2026. The relevant explanatory statements in respect of item numbers 4 to 28 are provided in the notice of AGM. The remote e-voting facility was provided to the members from Saturday, August 24, 2024, 9 a.m. IST to Wednesday, August 28, 2024, 5 p.m. IST through National Securities Depository Limited NSDL to exercise their votes in proportion to their shareholding as on August 22, 2024, which was the cutoff date fixed for voting in accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. The bank is also providing e-voting facility for members attending the meeting who have not already cast their vote by remote e-voting. Mr. P.N. Parekh of Parekh and Associates, practicing company secretaries, is appointed as the scrutinizer for the remote e-voting prior to the AGM and for e-voting during the AGM. Members holding shares as on the cutoff date, that is August 22, 2024, and have not cast their vote by remote e-voting may exercise their right to cast their votes through e-voting, which will now remain open for 15 minutes. This concludes the formal business of the meeting, and I declare the meeting as closed. I authorize any executive director or the company secretary to declare the voting results. The voting results, along with the consolidated scrutinizer's report, will be announced to the stock exchanges and will be disseminated on the website of the bank and NSDL. The voting results will also be displayed at the registered office as well as the corporate office of the bank. The same would be duly recorded as a part of the proceedings of the AGM. Thank you once again for all your support and cooperation. Thank you for attending the annual general meeting. Thanks.